day, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about, well, first what I did yesterday. I don't know if you can see I had a red eye. Something fell in my eye and it hurts. This one. So yesterday I spent most of my day on YouTube watching some PewDiePie video. I made a meme, probably not a welcome one, but I did it anyway. I thought it was funny. I also sent a picture of a couple of bananas, just as a joke. It was very hilarious for me, but probably nobody will understand that joke. It's just for me. Now, apart from that, I started Python, which is a programming language, and I managed to. So I'm like zero in Python. I don't know anything. I know a little bit of programming. I know a little bit of C, and I'm an expert in BASIC. It's like being an expert on Sanskrit or something like that. Nobody uses it anymore. That I started that since I was like 12 years old, but it actually help you to understand how a programming language works. So whenever you take like Python or C++, you understand what you're doing. You just know there are different words, but it's the same concept. So with Python, I managed to copy a basic program, the ones that make additions, and the one that is like a VLOOKUP. So you type something and it gives you an answer. I managed to copy those and to install the software on my computer. I wasn't unable to make it run directly on the computer, which was my goal from the beginning. And it's something that I'm able to do in C. But anyway, I make it work within the software enclosure. Let's say you download a program which is Python, and in there you can run the script that you made. I was trying to make modifications on the basic systems that I received to see if I understand the logic of it. I was unable to do it. So yeah, that happened. And after a while, I just gave up. I just got tired and said, no, I know what, I'm gonna do something else. Probably will keep it for a while as a hobby. It's a nice hobby, programming. Now, let me talk a little bit about my dream. I had a very strange dream. I remember 3 of them. I should write it down before I got to sleep again, but I didn't, so I just remember parts of it. So the first dream was the strongest one. I never dreamed, well, it's the second time I dreamed something like this actually. The first time I was driving my car, one car that I had some years ago, like 5-6 years ago. It's a small pickup truck from Volkswagen. And I was driving that car, and near my house there's a river. So I remember in my dream I was really drunk, and for some reason I thought it would be something cool driving in the river. So I drive in the river and I smashed the car against a big rock and I destroyed it completely. I managed to get outside the car intact. Of course, it's a dream. Well, you can get hurt in a dream as well, but in that case I managed to get outside of the car intact. And then I remember I was with a friend and tell, oh, let's go and check the car and see how bad is it. And when I was dreaming that I was drunk and I was driving, I thought it's just a small crash. But when we go and see it, when we went to see it, it was completely destroyed. So I was wondering, how did I manage to get outside of that thing alive? The car was completely smashed. Now, that was the first time I dreamed about that. Now, the second time I dreamed, that means my life. I'm not sure. So last night I had a very similar dream. I was with a friend that had recently some issues. I think his father got sick, and so I was with him. I was talking with him, and I have this Wii remote. I don't know why. And I dropped it, and it broke, and I was like, "Oh, I broke my Wii remote." Like if I care. But for some reason, the dream was something important. So I decided, well, never mind, it's broken, and there's nothing I can do about it, I'll go home. So this friend lives, when we were young, he lives near my mother's house, what's now my mother's house. He used to live there, of course, and but for some reason I put his house somewhere else, like in a hill. And so there was a road that goes downhill from there. So I get into my car and I was going back to my mother's house, which at that time was my house as well. So I get into the car and I was driving, and suddenly I realized I had no brakes. So I panicked and I said, what should I do? And then I thought, well, there's a park on the left side, so I should go into the park and make a strong turn so the car will just turn over and stop. So I was about to do that, then I crossed one street, the park continues to the next street, and there was a construction road work ahead, and the road was blocked. So I managed to turn the car around. I hit the construction site with, there was like a bumper or something in the road, like a small, like a bumper or something. And that turned my car around. And then the car went to the park and upside down, and then it stopped. There were children in the car in the park. I think I remember one of those British commercials about not drinking and driving or something like that, where the guy kills a lot of children. But in my case, I didn't. I just crashed my car, and then I walked out of the car and I saw it, and it was completely destroyed, completely smashed. Then I remember I walked to my mother's house, which was really close to where I crashed. And usually this is a residential area. There are only houses there. But usually when I dream about that, there are like a lot of restaurants and hotels and gyms and stuff. Like if it was like kind of downtown or a commercial area, like a main street and a hotel. And sometimes I dream there's a huge hotel in front. But anyway, I went there. Again, I dreamed with my grandmother. There was my family in the house. The house was different, not as usual. And sorry, my eye is hurting me. That's why I'm blinking a lot. And that was it. Somehow I managed I was inside, and I had this huge wig black, curly, but huge. I mean huge. And my sister helped me to put some colors in it, so now it was a huge colorful wig. Then I said, no, it's too big. We need to cut the hair of the wig and make it more normal, a little bit more normal than how it is. So we cut the hair, and it still looked very colorful, but now it was like more manageable. I don't know why I had that wig on. I took the wig off, and my hair was also full of colors. Now, for some reason, I turned into a lion, and with that wig, and I was looking on the riverside again for another animals that were my friends and were lost. So this was this thematic park and the river, which actually, now that I think about it, exists. Here we have a river, and there are two thematic parks. One side of the river, one the other side of the river. So, but this thematic park was at the river. It was like a beach. People was having fun there and stuff. And I was looking for these other animals that were my friends. And I don't remember I found anyone. So there were three dreams. It was a car crash, the house, the wig. There was more, but I just can't remember anything more. By the way, today's it's a nice day. The sun just came out. Yesterday was cloudy. It is cold. It's like 10 Celsius. But I think it will rise. It will have the sunlight. The temperature will rise. I hope. I also will take some sunlight as well. Oh, by the way, if you miss my dog, here she is. She's sleeping. She always follow me. This is Kira. She always follow me. The other one's sleeping upstairs. They have their bed upstairs with me. So I woke up like 1 hour ago, and I decided to make this video, but I get distracted with some other stuff. Anyway, thank you very much, and